Hey everybody, Andy Timmons here. Very happy to be back with my melodic MUSE column for Guitar World. And today we're going to look at another tune from my new Electric Truth record. And this tune is called E.W.F, which is a very thinly veiled reference to the great band Earth, Wind & Fire, but particularly the great guitar player Al McKay, who played guitar on those tracks and just did such beautiful work on all that music. So this tune is a very kind of funky, swinging, bluesy affair, and but makes use of some double stops. So it's going to give you some ideas of how to, you know, not only just play single note funky stuff, but some double stops that can be melodic but also have a cool groove to it. So for this riff for the song E.W.F, it's essentially kind of a harmonized pentatonic riff, just played in double stops in kind of a funky manner, and I'll just kind of step you through it. But it's not like verbatim harmonized pentatonic, but I'll explain why that is, because I start with, so right there you've got A and C sharp, so it's from B minor, but in the minor pentatonic there's no second scale degree, and I'm relying on that, the flavor of that C sharp. So it's a bit of natural minor, but with no seventh harmonized. That's how I'm thinking about it. But I picture it as a pentatonic, and you'll see as I get into it. So it's there's a little pickup with that A and C sharp. Then the third dyad, I guess you call it. It's two notes, double stops. Is the C sharp and F sharp. So that's the second and the fifth of the key. Now there, it's straight up pentatonic. You can see the box. It's essentially playing the pentatonic note with the note underneath it, right? So it turns out to be a fourth most of the time, third sometimes, third. And it's kind of a cool sound, but I'm kind of deviating slightly from that by starting with that A and C sharp. So here's the minor third, fourth, fourth, fourth. So it's just going from that fourth fret, then barring with your index finger on the seventh fret, on the E and the A. Then you've got the F sharp and the B. And that kind of has taken you through the octave. But now, right hand wise, let's look at what's going on here, because it's before I play that last double stop there of the F sharp and B, it's kind of like an open string pivot. I'm just using it as strictly for rhythmic context. And I do it again before the upper part of the lick. So that's just a rhythmic punctuation to kind of keep the groove going. Right, then I continue on after that double stop. Seventh fret again with the A and the D. After I play the D and F sharp, flattening out the index finger on that seventh fret. I think what I do is actually go to now I'm going to deviate a bit from the straight up kind of double stop pentatonic, and I'm going to add the sixth scale degree, and I'll show you what I mean. Now I'm going to just change things a little bit, because I'm going to go to this double stop, which is the D on the G string, and the B string I've got the note G with my pinky, and that allows me to get into that sound right there, which is very typical in kind of minor funk. The sound of the flat third and the natural sixth. So I added that in there for just for that flavor. So little kind of dead string before getting into that downbeat of the D and the G dyad. And then pinky just resolves it down to F sharp. And back to that minor third. Then I just kind of do a little single string connector, kind of funky Stevie Ray. And even though it's straight pentatonic, I'm digging in a bit, as I would imagine, as Stevie did, where he's kind of not only playing the note, he's getting a lot of chunk and a lot of tone by hitting all the strings, but only letting the single note come out. So it's part, it's mostly left-hand muting. Maybe I have a little bit of the root with my thumb. Yeah. So it's kind of a cool thing to practice, to get used to getting that kind of drive of all the strings, but only getting one note to allowed to speak. So if I'm playing on the D string, I'm letting the underneath of all my other fingers kind of mute the treble string. Okay, and as you can see also, everything's kind of swung. 2, 3, 2. Okay, so there's kind of a dotted eighth feel to it. Kind of got to get kind of a, the Bernard Purdie Rosanna shuffle. The second time, halfway through, I do a little turnaround. It's like a 5 chord, but it's really a C 13 with a 9 on top, which I love that sound of. It could be, if you could play F sharp in the bass and have it be like an F sharp altered, but it's just a flat, a flat 9 dominant chord resolving down to half step. All right. And then the second half of the riff is essentially the same material, except there's just a different connector, and it's that's kind of a fun little falling down lick. That's what I played. So straight minor pentatonic, but that's got a little hammer on pull off. So there's hammer on pull off going on the first lick, and then alternate picking.